My name is Louise Lax. I'm the officer of agriculture of a passion party in XX land. Today I'm gonna interview Professor Idax in University XX land, and we're gonna talk about climate change.
Oh, hey!
Hello, my name is Louise Lax. I'm very interesting to have an interview with you today.
Thank you. My name is Idax. I am university professor here on XX Land University, where I have done my PhD, and I am a co-writer of the IPCC report.
Do you wanna explain a little bit about IPCC?
Intergovernmental Panel of Climate Change is like a FN report that is made now and then, and climate researchers are invited to come and contribute, and it's what we are doing, and it's for informing the general public, policymakers of how is it actually going with climate change, how screwed are we.
I'm also an eco farm, and climate change is also very important for me and for our farm. So what do you think in the very few years, how will it change, how will it do for actually have a climate change?
What we see is that there is a huge yield gap. The yield gap is like the gap in between what you can actually produce and what you produce. We see with climate change that this gap is getting bigger due to drought, due to flooding, due to heating. The crops we are currently using, that evolution is not happening fast enough to keep up with the changing climates. So we will need to change. Maybe GMO could be an option. Maybe changing of crops would be an option. But the big thing is that we consume way too much meat. If you think about it, you need 20 times more land to produce beef than you need to produce beans. So if we could just change our way of consumption, we could actually have much better future for the earth.
So you mean we eat more or producing more plant-based food instead of meat?
Yeah, because we can't deny climate change is happening, and we are being more and more people on Earth. We of course need food.
Yes.
But what happens is that we burn the forest to raise cattle, and when we burn the forest, we are losing what is called an CO2 sink, because forest and vegetation in general are like taking CO2 and climate gases from the atmosphere and other climate gases from the atmosphere and sucking it out of the atmosphere. And by burning this sink, we will have a further acceleration in this fast heating due to climate change, because these climate related gases, they form like a greenhouse around Earth. So what happens with the sun's ray is that they go in, but they can't get out. So basically we are making a greenhouse around Earth. Yeah. And the Earth is heating a lot, and it comes with a lot of consequences. Yeah. With all the flooding, people are losing their houses. Children are losing their houses, and again the yield gap. Children are starving. Is it okay? No. Actually, we are violating both social justice and environmental justice with this climate change that is 100% human caused.
Yes. Do you have any advice for what we can do more about the climate change, or advice for the farmer as me? What we can do to have a better change?
Well, in general, we need food.
Yes.
The farmer is not the evil guy. We need the food.
Yes.
But we can use a more plant-based diet, but that's up to the consumer. If the consumer don't want to buy a product, you don't have a job.
Yes.
So it's actually in the hand of policymaker and of the consumer to change their way of consuming. So we keep drilling up oil from inside Earth and burning it. And when we burn it, the climate gases goes up and enhances this greenhouse we have around Earth. It's a very, very unsustainable way of living. Instead of burning fossil fuels and removing the zinc, we should have more forests to take away climate gases from the atmosphere and put them down in biomass, like inside a tree, vegetation, so that we can counteract the climate change. And also, when looking at my research, I am looking at how organism in coastal areas is affected by climate change. And we just did a 3-year study on zooplankton. And what we actually see is that the zooplankton are very important. We're working with copepods. It's a very tiny zooplankton. And they are really important because they graze on a lot of the biofilm that we do not want in the water due to toxicity, due to eutrophication. And many animals, even whales and birds, will, and mainly fish, of course, rely on the copepod as a food source. So actually, by taking away or modification a chain in the food web, we see escalation all the way up to human, and this is gonna impact our food security and our health.
Yes. Well, you get us a lot of advice and knowledge about the climate change, and I really thank you for the interview today.
Thank you for coming.
Thank
Always
you.
a pleasure.